he said, I really didn't treat him as well as I wanted to. So he said, I just wanted to start out with that apology for like, there are times like you made it into my heart, but it took a while. You had to earn it. He said, you went through hard times with me. So he said, so I just want to shake your hand officially and say, you know what? You did the best you could, you know, with your spouse, and anybody in this situation would have really had a hard time with my child. He said, so
Wow.
I didn't know that at the time. I thought it was you, but it's actually, you know, her problem and not your problem. And you did as well as you could.
Oh,
I'm
good. It works.
so
Good.
proud of you, he said. I'm just so proud of you, he said to Alexander, and welcome to the family. And I know it was hard, and I was hard on you, and I'm
Yeah.
so proud of you.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, another one, Julia Davis. Well, what message does my grandmother Celia M have for me? Oh, and by the way, Eric, I just want to remind you I love you so much.
He said, I love you. Your numbers for this week that you will see are 777.
Okay. Good deal.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I like when y'all do. I always forget it though, but I'm gonna write it down. Go ahead. Go on with your bad self, Eric.
He's barking because he wants out, which, okay, somebody wants outside more.
Oh, okay. Probably sailor. Okay.
Oh, that outfit with the hat. He's showing me something on a little dog with
Uh-huh.
a thing around a little like royal looking thing and a hat
Uh-huh.
with gold. He said, that is awesome.
Oh yeah. I dressed them up in Pope costumes. For my 2.5 dogs. Y'all go to 2.5 dogs and please subscribe to my channel. So tiny and pathetic, but
He said that was so appropriate for the dog that you put it on.
I know.
So
All right. It was.
Celia M. Okay.
So yeah, Celia M.
She says you have a thing. A thing. When spirits say that, it's like their code for me. That's like a contract or a purpose, a thing.
Yeah.
So your thing is helping people pass and being compassionately present
Ooh.
for people when they pass this world.
Yeah. Does she do that consciously or in her sleep?
Oh, she's aware of it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Aware that she would be good with hospice or being a shaman for people or sound for people while they pass or sending blessings and
Wow.
prayers. That's her thing. Her grandmother said.
Okay. All right. Janaea S. Hello, Eric, Pamela, and Elisa. Are there any messages from my mother, Alice Swander? Boy, you guys are Swander, maybe it is. You guys are so good about giving names now. I'm so proud of you.
Yes, thank you for that. She said, you know what I used to do when I would get stressed? I would just kind of stop and try to cook something. I'm not advocating any emotional eating, by the way. Is what I
This is the mom talking, right?
Yeah, the mom talking.
I got it. Got it.
She said, so sometimes just stopping and having some tea, stopping and eating something, just stopping and breathing, just stopping. You are overwhelmed and you're going from stressful moment to stressful moment in your life. You have stress overwhelm. This isn't anxiety, it's stress overwhelm. And anybody could have it. And people call it different things like anxiety or, you know, health or breakdowns. It's not that. You're just, your nervous system is overwhelmed. You need to be restful and mindful of needing rest multiple times a day.
Yeah. Good. All right, let's go to the YouTube side of things. That finally works. This is from C. Trejo, Trejo. First name, initial C. Any messages from Eric for me? Oh, my name is Crystal. That's what C stands for.
J-O. Trejo. Okay, hold on. He just brought in Jesus. That's why I went like that.
Ooh, love that Jesus energy.
And he kind of swaggered aside and just like, come in.
So funny.
He goes, Jesus in the house. And Jesus stepped up and goes, thank you very much. So
sounds like Elvis. Thank you very much.
The whole thing was very funny.
That's funny.
So Jesus says to you, don't look ahead. There's something that humanity does and this person does Crystal does this. She plans for the future too much. She's looking ahead in order to be comforted by the now. But if you look ahead, you will feel that there's a distance between where you are now and where that reality is of where you want to be. And you will miss the opportunities required right now where you are to practice where you're going. Be it.
Oh,
Don't worry about the future. Be it now.
yeah. So be aware of all the opportunities that when you're traveling on the road and there's your goal right there. There's the big rainbow with a pot of gold, whatever. And then you'll miss the flowers along the side, the flowers being opportunities.
And you practice that by practicing how you are in your life now. You practice your goals for the future by being more present now where you are now. Very grateful in the
Any
moment.
practical advice along those lines? Because I know a lot of us could use this.
Erik jumped back in and he said, so the practical advice to that.
Move aside, Jesus. I got something to say. Go ahead.
Yeah. He said, the practical advice to that is right now, mom is drinking some tea. She's going to slowly feel the way that tea goes down. She's going to whatever that is. He said, actually, that's not tea, Pamela. He corrected me.
That's true. It's coffee.
Yeah, coffee. So
that's so funny.
She's going to enjoy the taste of that. She's going to, well, until it gets cold, she doesn't like it then. She's going to enjoy the taste.
You're so right.
And she's going to enjoy how warm it is. Hopefully it's still warm. If not, she needs to stop and enjoy it. She's going to just enjoy if it's bitter or sweet. She's going to stop and just breathe. She's going to, like, maybe if the dog comes in, she's going to pet it and enjoy the feel of its fur on her hand. She's going to just enjoy everything. She's looking down for dogs.
Yeah, I know. I am. Are there any around here? That is so awesome. Right on.
Little things like that we forget to think about. Like right now, I'm enjoying the feel of this on my hand. I'm a giant sensory weirdo. This little thing on top.
Oh, it's the little erasers, like.
Yeah, it feels funny. I like it.
I know. I like it too. Well, my grandson likes them too, and most of them have gone missing.
Yeah, pull them off. The kids pull them off.
Yeah. All right. Well, that sounds good. Okay, let's see. Go on from Crystal to Ijisama sandwich. That's interesting. I'm eating my mama sandwich. No, Ijisama sandwich. Oh, here he is. I'm Kyle Martinez. That's just his handle. I was hoping to get a general reading from Erik. That Erik could help me out and what my spirit guide has to say. Am I moving in the right path? Yeah.
So Erik was describing that he was feeling kind of unfulfilled or unrewarded. People go through this feeling of no matter what they're doing, they feel like discontented or unfulfilled in that. And then they feel burdened by the time spirit does come to them and say, okay, here's what you're supposed to do. Here's the next steps. You kind of miss that because you're feeling so unfulfilled and discontented in the now. So he said he wants you to actually do something fun. This is a challenge from Erik. He said, I don't actually ask people to pray. It's not something I do. But I am going to say, I want you to ask yourself and meditate on and do an affirmation for peace. Can you ask Spirit for peace? And if you don't know what that is, it feels like contentment. What would it be like? Wonder about it. What would it be like if you were to feel contentment for everything within everything as it is right now? Because if you can do this, what you're bringing forth in your future is from within you, the contentment that's already there. And then anything that comes is going to feel fulfilling. So this is a practice of gratitude for being contented with where you are right now, no matter what, in any circumstance. It's a huge challenge.
There's a theme for the day, a very important one.
Yeah, and it's coming across again.
Yeah. All right, we'll take one more, then we'll go to Zoom. This is from Carrie Birdsley, Kerry. No, Karryi. Come on, Elisa. How do I know if I'm processing others' emotions? Ooh, that is a wonderful question.
Erik said you always are. And if you're processing it, it's also yours. It's never one or the other. That's because, oneness. So when you can come to the point, he said, I'm going to give you a definition of enlightenment. I've never actually done that before.
Mm.
So enlightenment is when you can process every amount of suffering in the world, forgive it, and accept that it is also yours.
Wow.
So he said, now your head's going to jump and say, that means I need to fix it. That means I'm accountable for it. That means shit's fucked up. No, that's just what your head's saying. What I said to you was, can you accept it as your own, forgive it, and see it? See it as yours and see it
And
as.
then let it go, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Surrender.
Can you do that? Can you do that? That is the ultimate surrender. And he pointed to Jesus. He's like, that's what my man did.
Mm-hmm. That's so cute. I mean, that is so profound. Jesus, any add-ons to that? Erik can be a mic hog, you know.
Um, he started laughing. He was like, Mom. So Jesus said, when you can desire only what's perfect about God, and what's perfect is everything. So when you can look upon the world suffering and see it as perfect, you want only God. You desire only God, no matter what that is and no matter what that looks like. So Erik said, and you're not trying to tell yourself what that looks like. You're just saying, I want God. I want what feels like God inside of myself. So Yeshua says, that's what he calls himself. He doesn't use for me. He goes, I want only God, and I no longer care what it takes or what is required. I just want only God. When you can say that, you're in the right place.
Oh gosh, that is so profound. I mean, come on, what am I going to expect? All right, so we'll go to Zoom. Thank you, Jesus. Appreciate it. Yeshua. Um, this is from Elmer. Hello, I am planning to change my business from a small bar slash karaoke. Oh, I love that. To a healing space. Oh, 180. Card reading, rocks, and crystal, and or counseling starting this month. Coming March. Can I ask Erik for any insight about the plan? My intention is to give in service to others and of course to myself. That's so awesome.
He said, that's a big jump. Are you using the universal law of specificity? So what that means is, do you believe in the next most believable step and how it applies to you in this process? So your mind may say, how am I going to get people from getting drunk to getting high on themselves? How is that going to happen? There are steps in between. There are steps in between. So how about it no longer offers alcohol? Maybe it's karaoke for healing. Maybe it's, there's another step to this. Maybe there's something else. Maybe it's also coffee shop and tea in a Zen place where live poetry readings and things like that are done.
Well, can't you have wine? Jesus was all into wine. How about a
Yeah.
little wine and cheese and healing? Wine and cheese and cheeses.
Whatever the next
Jesus.
step is. So because it's
Okay.
a big jump if your head doesn't believe that you can do it.
I see. So slowly transform
Yeah.
this into the eventuality.
Mhm.
Wow, that's an awesome idea. All right, we got one from Shannon Richards who wants to know, here's something from her friend, Whitney Ross.
Shannon. Sometimes people can literally drown in the grief of a loss. There are plenty of people around me that are doing that right now. Please, Shannon, don't be one of them. Be the one that shows up at services with balloons and party favors.
Nice.
Be
Wow.
that. Be that for
Yeah.
people. You're asking, how can I help those who are grieving me? That is how. Don't worry about your fear of if they'll accept that. That is what they need.
Yeah. Good. All right, we have one from Manoj Singh. Hi, Elisa and Pameric. Oh, that's so funny. Greetings and love to you. Love back. I want to hear everything my dad has to say to me. Well, his name is Parasuram. Also, if you could please bring me a few words from Erik. So we could just do one of those really because we got to move to other people. But yeah, one message from his dad and one message from Erik. Just maybe short ones.
Erik says that Manoj wants to know love. He wants to know love in everything in his life. He wants to understand God's love. So, in order to understand love, you have to turn the other coin of fear. So, he's showing me a coin in my hand. I don't have a coin to show you this, but like the head side has a little heart instead of the head on the nickel.
Oh, yeah.
And then the tail side has, oh my gosh.
Skull and crossbones? I don't know.
No, it just looked kind of empty. I don't have
okay.
fear because I don't fear a lot of things. So it just kind of, but so for me, it was just like this blank void of stars and stuff. But anyway, you guys can imagine skull and crossbones if you fear something. And he just kind of, I'm looking at it and then I look back at the love side and then I look at it and then I'm looking back at the love side. And he said, can you find what you love in your fear? So Manoj, can you find what you love in every fear right now? That's going to be your deepest path to enlightenment.
That is amazing. I think everybody needs to do that. All right. Have we got a brief message from his dad, Parashuram Singh, I guess his last name maybe is?
He said you need to step out of your own way. You're thinking too much again. You have this thing that you do. So sometimes spirits, when they use the word thing, it's about your purpose. But in this case, it's about your block. So the thing that you do, they often say that thing you do, your block. So your block to your path spiritually is your head getting in your way constantly. So how can you know that? Stop and ask yourself, what am I thinking about? And answer the question honestly. Every time you feel stress in your throat and stress in your body, ask yourself, what am I thinking about? And I bet you your thoughts have strayed towards something that you haven't done or need to do, or some stressful thing. You know, some stressful way of planning for the future. It's your thing.
That's so funny. Oh. Okay. Let's see. From Moonlight. Are any blessings coming into my life? Will I pass my exams?
Yes to the exams. Erik said, you're not going to not let that happen. You've had struggles with some. These aren't new exams. So she must have had a struggle with one of them recently, either that class or that exam, and could be redoing it or could be doing something, you know, I don't know what that message is. But anyway, Erik said, you're not going to let that not be passed.
Good.
So he's going to tell you, like he told me yesterday, stop being a perfectionist. You are going to pass.
That's awesome. Okay. Any other blessings, or is that the main blessing coming your way? Because that sounds like a big one.
He said, I want you to stop and realize the blessings that are all around you when you're not.
Oh, yes. That's right. That's awesome. Okay. Going on, let's see. Suzanne says, good morning. Okay. Courtney Graves. I want to say hello and ask my brother Sean, why did he take his life and has he found peace? Oh, my goodness.
So Erik and I have been talking a lot about this lately. And he says, you know, we tend to be very altruistic people, humanity. We tend to just say a person shouldn't die young. They should or shouldn't, you know, we never said they should, but they shouldn't take their lives. And we have this altruistic, innate notion when someone should die, you know, that they shouldn't get cancer, that children shouldn't die in particular. We have this notion of that it's bad.
Yeah.
And it's from our limited concepts. We are masters at this.
Yeah.
So are we going to come into form and tell ourselves when we should or shouldn't die, or how we should or shouldn't die? It's just like taking God, and he shows me my cup. He said, if you have a lid on it, just go ahead and smack it down. Why don't you? When we do that to ourselves. So
why did Sean, go ahead.
That was his contract.
Yeah.
You know, some people come in and they say they master it and they say it's great here and I love it. And some people are just like, no, over and out, man.
Yeah.
He was like, you see that in babies in the womb. They just come in and they just say, oh, I just wanted to merge with my mom and feel the experience inside of her, not to be out here in the world. It happens then too. And then we call them stillborn or blue babies, or put like horrendous words to their alleged suffering when they didn't suffer. They
Yeah.
were gone before they even got here, most,
Yeah.
and they just wanted to feel mommy in the womb and never feel the world stuff. And that's the only thing they wanted. And we make this big tragedy out of it.
Yeah.
So he said, that's what we do. We make tragedies out of things. We make sufferings out of things. And when we do
So,
that, you put your cap on God's greatness. You put your cap.
yeah. Well, what about Sean? Why did he take his life? I mean, what did he master a contract? And if so, what was that contract?
He just wanted to do over and out. Erik said he just had so much stressors about things. He had so much anxiety. He had a hard time being in body, much like most people who come in and their senses are on fire. This
Yeah.
person's senses were just completely like a light bulb blown out. He showed me a light bulb just going like that. He
Wow.
overstimulated all the time, and that was painful to his neurological system, and it caused things. He thought he was losing his mind. There was things happening. He had struggles with addiction.
Yeah.
So that's that as well. Like that, it was just compounding after.
Probably to numb all that sensory input.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
he was trying to numb, and he just could not really handle the pressures of society saying, "Be this, be that, do that, do that." It was
Yeah.
too much for him. This world was too much.
Absolutely. What was the contract behind it, though?
The contract was not for him. He actually made that.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
The
The
contract,
contract was for the family, or
yeah, yeah, it
okay.
was for the family as a whole to break through some family karmic ties and to teach them something about love.
Okay. All right. Okay, back to the Zoom side. Jam Cray 76 at gmail.com. I keep seeing a man dressed in a black 40s looking suit hanging around in my house. Ugh. I can't seem to connect with him. Why is he there and what is his message? Ooh, cool.
Eric's is he likes referring to movies sometimes, and most of the time it'll be one that I have seen. So he's referring to one that I don't think I have seen, but I'm seeing this like creepy looking medium. She has gray hair. She's like an older medium who's trying to help these families who have like paranormal problems, allegedly, right?
Okay.
And she comes in to help these families. Um, and basically, when she taps in, we see her go into these other worlds. So in one of the movies, it was like this father and trying to go into these other worlds, probably in search of his child who allegedly seemed lost in these worlds, and the medium was helping. So in this movie, he was like, it's like popping bubbles. Eric's showing me like bubble after bubble after bubble of other worlds. So it kind of looked like, okay, this is 3D, in like your table, your chair, your house, you're in
Hmm.
your living room, and the father's sitting in the living room with the medium, and his spirit leaves, and he goes into this other world, and then he goes into this other world. So sometimes there are things as you go deeper and deeper into dimensions and states of consciousness. Basically, you see things that you don't understand, but they don't. You notice how in this movie, the father would see other spirits and other faces kind of popping in when he was kind of in between these worlds, as he was
Hmm.
going from here to here to here. Things would pop in, and they weren't his son.
Oh, see.
Wasn't the reason why he's there. So basically, it's not that they're coming to her, that they're coming from the other side and coming here, here, here. She's going to them. Her spirit
Oh,
popping through a bubble and popping through another bubble and
so
popping through another bubble.
okay. So she's seeing this other guy in another
And
dimension.
similarly
She's
speaking,
going there.
yeah, so similarly speaking, it's like the movie The Others with Nicole Kidman, where the whole time we think one thing and then we realize that it's actually, well, I don't want to give a spoiler.
Oh, yeah. Like Sixth Sense, the same thing. That
Yeah.
ending.
So it's
So what
it
why
is.
is she doing this? And is there a message from this guy in this other dimension?
No, he has nothing to do with her.
Oh,
She
okay.
she's in his world. He's not there
Ah,
with her.
she's
She
trespassing.
well, she's like opening to other worlds as a medium. So we call that
That's cool. Wow.
God's business. Within the three types of business that like Byron Katie teaches about, your business, my business, God business. She's in God's business, which means that she's going to see beings that have nothing to do with her. So Erik says so many times awakening mediums in particular, mediums, you're like, why are these beings here? Why are they bugging me? And it's like that movie, The Others, when Nicole Kidman was in someone else's business the whole time and she didn't even know it. And she thought they were in her business.
That's so cool. All right. So maybe you should like help get development of your skills. I know that Pamela can help you with that, right? You teach people.
Yeah, yeah. She just started my mentorship program. So she went,
Oh, good. All right. Excellent. All right. Pearl Barath. Hope I'm pronouncing these right. I'm sorry if I don't. My mom, Myrna, passed away 3 months as of today. I'm so sorry. Can Erik tell me where her soul is now? Does she have a message for me and my siblings? Oh, oh, Myrna. Her name is Myrna. Good.
Mhm. So, knowledge in the spirit world. This is what Myrna is saying to Pearl. Knowledge in the spirit world is immediate based upon the evolution of that soul right now, where they are, where they stand in their evolution. They'll be able to tell you right now. It's immediate, depending upon their growth and their expansion, their particular state of mastery. It's not translated through a whole lot of thinking in the mind when you're a spirit. You don't go, well, I'm going to think about this problem. I'm going to think about that problem. It's there. You're aware of it right then and there of God's knowledge and spirit's knowledge.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I wanted to tell you, that that's how it works. I've been resting, she says. I've just been in, Dolores Cannon calls this the resting place, where it
Ah.
feels like being wrapped in the arms of God. Like it feels
Oh,
like this. So she's
that's
very,
nice.
she wants her family to know that she's resting and she's in the arms of God. I saw Krishna around her. I don't know if that's the belief of the family or whatnot.
Okay.
So I saw Krishna staring at her and like playing music.
Oh, how sweet. Oh, all right. So we'll go to the It's so hard to make this transition. It's like something profound in Sweden. Okay, next. It's just weird.
I know, right?
But you guys understand.
Hmm.
Let's see. Mata says, "Hi everyone. Any messages from for my for me, Mary? Oh, her name's Mary. From my sister Grace."
I don't know what this means. Sometimes as a medium, we just have to trust messages and symbols that we get. So I saw a glass of water or a drink by a bed, and then there was a medicine that was like something was looked like medicine, kind of because it had a label on it on the nightstand. And she said, I didn't take that.
Huh.
So there's just something about medicine that she didn't take that
Okay.
that
I'm sure that
the
that.
family will understand. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
the message. The sister says for you, that was about her, but about what's the person's name again?
It's Mary. Mary.
For
But
Mary,
her handle is Mata.
yeah. She said, for Mary, I want you to know that it takes great courage to be speaking to our family in the way that you are. And I'm very, she's just applauding, like really happy.
Oh,
That takes great courage,
sweet.
great faith to look upon everything and everyone in your world, your thoughts, your feelings, our family, about them with love. And you see them the way that I see things, the innocence of a child. You see them with love and with innocence in the way that I did.
Oh, wow.
It's incredible to see such innocence.
That's nice. All right, I want to pause just for a second and tell you guys. Um, I give instructions when I announce the Q&A. Be sure you only go to YouTube Live and the Zoom Q&A. Do not go to chat, and you don't need, because I can't juggle three balls at once. Also, you don't raise your hand because it's just too much for this old lady. And also, I want to say thank you for everybody who says hi and I love you, etc. to us. I haven't been responding to them individually, but I can promise you I see them. Okay, now let's see. Rico Thompson, is there a message from my grandfather, Robert Thompson?
I'm so distracted. So don't lose that question. This
Okay.
message, this is like very bizarre. Is very important to someone watching named Kelly. So he said, Kelly, her last name is like Y something. I can't really see the name. So he said, Kelly, you were born at 3:44 a.m. That's something that she will understand. Like she needs to know that. She's desperate to know.
Wow.
Wanted to tell. She doesn't know her time of birth.
I see. Cool. Okay. Now, so Rico Thompson wants to see if there's a message from his grandfather, Robert Thompson.
Okay. You still don't eat anything green. Why? He said, don't do what I did. Don't have like the cure for something in one hand, like he offers me a medicine, and then like it's causing another. So he's got an inhaler and
Ah,
a cigarette in the other. Inhaler, cigarette. He's like, you
so,
can't do both.
yeah.
So if you want to choose life in the ways that I couldn't because I was just myself and couldn't really get it together with my health, I want you to think about your diet. I really want you to think about what you're putting in your body right now.
It's like Erik, when he was little, his food choices were beige, only beige. Nothing great. French fries, ravioli, etc. Okay, let's see. Samantha de Hoyos, Hoyos. Good morning. My name is Samantha. Do my guides have any advice for me for 2020?
Erik said 2020 is a year of perfect vision. You will see things about yourself. The whole world's been asking to open their third eye, but you're going to see things about yourself. This is about true vision for yourself.
Wow.
So he said, my message to Samantha is to understand that the greatest joy, you've been asking for more joy, more excitement about life, to wake up feeling excited. So my message to you about that is one of the greatest joy that you can have in life is the relief of surrendering all the time, of fully allowing yourself to just breathe, to just be joyful no matter what. He was like, and some people may say that's a little fake, but I really don't care. What I really care about is you just being joyful in the moment, Samantha. That is going to be your greatest joy, is just surrendering and allowing everything and just really flowing more, just really breathing more, just really flowing in peacefully into life.
Wow, it's beautifully said. Beautifully. All right, one more on the YouTube side before we go to the Zoom side. Dianna Hammond, will my project be successful?
Erik said, what's your measure of success? By the time you have a measure of success, and he draws a line here, he said, she's got a measure of success. But then she's like, well, if I meet that, then maybe I can get here. If I meet that, then maybe I can get here. Okay, that's good for the moment, but can that be limiting you? For instance, he said, he's reminding me of a client I had who went to like a competition. She was a salesperson for like Mary Kay or something.
Okay.
And she was like, I want to be like the winner for the whole year at this conference, like the top Mary Kay salesman in my division. And her numbers were going and her numbers were going and her numbers were just flying and flying. And her manager was like, oh my God, you're in the top 5. Oh my God, you're in the top 3. Oh my God, you're in the top 2. It's just you, it's one other person. And then she got scared when her numbers were matching that other person. And then her mind said, well, if I just get in the top 3, I'll be okay. And Erik said, and guess what she placed? 3. So you know you can win, and you believe.
Oh.
Just shoot for that. In your case, when you believe it, why shoot yourself down at the last minute? Like, why sell yourself short? If you believe that you can go for the goal and your thoughts are actually there in that belief, go for it. You don't have to do next most believable step if you know what you're capable of.
Yeah, be aware of your thoughts, people, because they create your reality. Be aware of every thought you have. That's exhausting. All right. All right. Now on the the Zoom side, anonymous. Why did Q react so badly when I told her about my feelings? And will we meet again someday to talk about what happened?
He said, did you
I don't
put her
know
on
if that's
a pedestal? He said, did you put her on a pedestal of thinking that because she has a gift, that she is going to say something beyond what you already know about yourself? So Erik said she went to this person thinking this person, would have an evolved answer based upon that person's status or their mastery or something, their gifts, their talents, whatever, and their degree of evolution in life. And she had expectations of that person, and she put this person up here. So she triggered that person because she's got a particular way, she's got a mission in her life to be a catalyst. So he said, Pamela's a catalyst. People either really love Pamela or they can't stand her.
Oh, come on. Everybody loves you.
Oh, no, it's not true.
Oh, I know. I got my haters too.
Right. And when you're a catalyst, he said, mom's the same way. She's got a similar mission that you either understand what comes out of her mouth and that she speaks with love and respect, or you don't. So when you're a catalyst, you're going to speak your truth, and people are going to either really accept that or they don't. So you catalyzed her, which brought her down off her pedestal and made her really think about her humanness in that moment. And don't worry about it. You catalyzed her. You weren't unloving. You were pretty neutral in your stance. You weren't mean. You didn't say something in an unloving way. But my question to you is, why do you really need to meet again to talk about it someday? Are you upset that you hurt her? You did your job. The seed was planted, and now
it's up to her. Yeah, you can't be responsible for people's reaction, only your reaction to their reaction. So let it go. All right, Jesse Reed. Hi, guys. Does Erik see me getting accepted into grad school for my master's in social work this summer? Or is there something else I should be doing as part of my soul's mission?
He said, what if we look at it this way? Apply. If you don't accept, that's the answer. If it doesn't get accepted. He said, I tend to think that it will get accepted and that that's a path. But humans do this thing where they're like, this is the path.
Yeah.
But what if we just said, I'm going to apply for this and I'm going to think about that. And then whatever wants to happen will happen. And then as it is happening, we will know that that is the path.
Yeah.
But he does see her getting accepted.
It's like, like Erik has said one time before, it's like, here's maybe what we signed up for, this goal, right? Before incarnating. And we could do this way, we could do this way, we could do this way. I mean, there's all sorts of ways to get to pretty much understanding a particular facet of love. That's usually what and to remember that we are love.
As an archer, he showed me an archer pulling back. He likes archery. So he was pulling back this bow, and he was like, depending upon my mastery, this arrow could go straight to the bullseye, or it could kind of go off a little bit, but it's going to go back and it's going to hit that. We just don't see where it's going along the way.
Exactly. All right. Hey guys, wondering if Erik, this is from Morgan, sorry. Wondering if Erik would speak on ways we could better trust the intuition we receive. I love that question, Morgan. Awesome.
He said, what if you can't? What if we can accept that we're not going to trust? Trust is a sneaky little thing. And we tell ourselves that about motivation. We tell ourselves that about bravery and courage, that we should have it before we do. Well, why? Why should we have it before we do? What if we just don't, and we need to find out along the way? And then the more, it's sort of like a gymnast saying, I'm going to trust that I'm going to land this maneuver. Well, you don't. You're going to fall, and you're going to fall a lot. Sometimes it'll be like you almost landed, but do you stop and say, well, I don't trust that, so I'm not going to make that move again. I'm not going to practice that maneuver again because I didn't stick it, like stick the landing, so to speak.
Yeah.
Skaters, they have to keep jumping until they land it. He's showing me like the triple thing where they do the thing in the air.
Oh God.
He's like, so what do those particular skaters, do they say, oh my God, I don't know if I'm going to land it, so I'm not going to try?
No way. So just keep doing what? I mean, any practical steps? Like, all right, I'm going to assume this is right. And then you find that my intuition, then you find out that, wow, it was, and so
guideline. If there's fear involved, you're off track.
What now?
If there's fear involved in your intuition, you're off track.
Off track, yeah.
It's just not accurate. It's just like a little guideline from him. So if there's not fear involved, and if it's safe, if it's a safe and logical assessment, what's it going to hurt you to trust it? The intuition. And we need all these semantics. If I don't trust it, it's going to be right. And we don't need those words. Those words have certain energies to them.
Yeah.
That can really block our whole process of even seeing if it's online to begin with, much less trying it out.
Yeah. But intuition feels different than other types of incoming, I mean, you feel this, like the same feeling you get when you realize something is an absolute truth. This is like knowing sense. So I think that practicing, trusting, eventually you will know what it feels like in your body, when your intuition is right, is correct.
Well, he says, I want to make a distinction. So we have, intuition and we have instinct. So instinct does have fear, and that fear is your friend. It tells you, when you're standing on the tracks of a train and a train is coming, get off. and you feel a deeply embedded fear in your body that says, don't drive down that road, or like something like that, that's helpful, but that's not intuition. That's instinct. That's primitive.
Ah, yeah.
Okay? So intuition actually doesn't have fear. It's like Mom said, it's just a deep knowingness of something. But many people are saying I can't trust it because they have a predisposed notion of the outcome.
Ah, yeah.
The outcome you may not know right away, or maybe you will, but you're not ready to act upon it yet. So there's all these little steps involved in intuition of, okay, I get a knowingness of this. So then ego jumps in and says, so you get a knowingness, so don't do that, or do that, or blah, blah, blah. No. He said, just shut all that up. You just got a knowingness. Does that mean we need to make any decisions right now? Does that mean that we need to, go do something rash? No.
Yeah.
That's fear. That's the fear that jumps in the way. Just sit with the intuition and don't always clench on and cling on to something that we need to do about it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to turn into some sort of action.
Right. It doesn't right away.
Or decision. Yeah.
It doesn't right away. Sometimes we need to follow it, and it's like a little windy road. Back to what Mom, we need to follow the windiness of the river and not be so quick to want to get to the end of the river.
Yeah.
May not be ready.
Drown that way.
Yeah, he said you may not be ready for that ocean that river meanders into.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. Well said. All right. One more on this side, and we'll go to YouTube. Hey, guys, it's from Morgan. No, I already did that one. Kathy Dolls, DOLS. Does my prodigal son, Christopher Vieja Rossing, have a message for me?
Choosing forgiveness, choosing forgiveness, choosing forgiveness. He said it 3 times. Forgiveness, the fact that I'm not there to begin with.
Yeah.
That I'm not there right now, not that I should be, not that this was a tragedy. Just if you think I should be and that it was a tragedy, forgive those thoughts that you have about that. I really wanted to experience so many things. And in each moment that I gave you the opportunity to choose forgiveness, you literally can save yourself 1,000 years of pain and suffering every time you choose to forgive something about me. And I mean that about as literally as I can possibly mean it.
Yeah. Wow. Powerful. All right. So the YouTube side, let's see. Zingray Q. Hi, I'm on a leap of faith and hanging on to a wing and a prayer. Any word of advice from Erik for me?
Is your leap of faith practical? Is it safe? Is it safe for you? I'm not asking you to limit yourself, but I'm just asking you, is it really intuition when you're about to do something possibly harmful, possibly expensive financially, possibly in such a big risk that, that it's not even really practical anymore? That's not faith. That's something else. That's you running away from something. So many people say, I'm operating, I'm about to take a major decision, I'm about to make a major investment, I'm about to do something because Spirit says so. Did Spirit say so? Or are you running away from the practical notions of your own life by being completely unsafe and risking so much?
So what's practical advice do you have?
Step back and ask yourself, is the decision I'm about to make a decision that I would advise someone else to do? Someone who has kids, someone who has a refrigerator that needs to be full, someone who has lights they need to keep on. He said, whatever things going on around you financially right now is not practical or safe.
Okay.
That's not faith. That's not faith.
That's foolhardiness, maybe.
Possibly, because like something gets in the way and ego jumps in and says, if you just risk it all, you'll get everything. No, that too is ego. We're doing that because we're seeking something beyond the simplicity of what we already have, he says.
Well, what should he or she do? What's maybe give the spiritual purpose? Or
if there's an investment that she's considering, if she's about to put money down on something, if she's about to make a big old choice that could put her or her family at risk, she needs to back up and refeel that. He said, not rethink it, feel it out again.
So you're not saying no, right? You're just saying maybe, but just step back.
Maybe not right now. Sometimes the answer is
yeah.
Like sometimes when God doesn't answer, he doesn't mean no, he means wait.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
she's praying for something and God's not answering her. So she's taking it upon herself and saying, well, maybe this means I need to have faith and do something possibly treacherous financially.
Okay. Wow. All right. Let's see another one here. Kira's Creations. Erik, can you bring my father Ben through? Am I doing what I need for my mother and brother?
He said, not if you're enabling them.
Ooh.
So there's a difference. This is what the person who's deceased is saying. There's a difference between doing what needs to be done and doing it for them, which takes away their capacity to do it for themselves.
Okay. Awesome. Uh, let's see. There's somebody, Kathy Cook wants a message from her mom, but I don't have a name for her. I don't know if you can get one or.
I'll see if it comes through. It's not right now, but
Okay.
we can go back to it if it comes.
All right. Well, we're almost out of time anyway. Let's see. Does Erik have a message for Bobby? No. Yeah, Bobby 0513.
So it's about this person's fear, or not fear, he says, but her irritation and frustration with people judging that person. So I can't tell if Bobby is male or female. I'm not getting but that person has a discomfort with people incessantly judging. So in that case, fear and judgment are illusion. You know, it's that person's problem. So why not let it be their problem?
Okay. Good advice. All right. Then on this side from Floor, let's see. Well, what is life after death? What is the second? That's too much for this. We've got 3 more minutes, actually 2.
Oh, he can answer.
Okay.
He said, you mean life and life and life? What is life? Why don't you ask yourself, what is it right now, by going into yourself and asking yourself, who am I?
Mm-hmm.
Because you are life. There is no death.
Yes, that's right.
All
right. Let's see. Patty Zelenska. I'd love to know if my father, Andrew Zolinsky, spells, that's 2 different ways to spell it. Oh, now I lost it. Where is it? Here we go. If my father, Andrew Zolinsky, who was crossed over, nudged Erik and brought him into my life. But I believe those 2 are rocking out together. That's from Patty Zolinska.
Right when you said that, like Erik was like sitting here with a red electric guitar, and he was like, man, I've always wanted to do this.
Oh, that's so funny.
And then I heard music, and it sounded a little bit like the Led Zeppelin. It was pretty funny.
Oh God. Oh boy, he was a big fan.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh God, yeah. And AC/DC, loved that kind of heavy metal. All right, I think we're going to close for today. We'll just remind you guys, when you come to this, please make sure you have as much information about, the name of your deceased loved ones, your first name possibly, or a first initial and then last name, whatever you want to do. It makes it easier for Pamela. And also only get the Zoom Q&A, not the chat line, and just YouTube Live. Those are the 2 platforms. So anyway, you guys check out Pamela on PamelaAaralyn.com and look in the description box, because I got lots of ways to connect with her down there in the links. And by the way, my coffee is cold. I gotta go microwave it. All right, bye, Erik. I love you. I love you, peeps. Love you, Pamela.
I love you too. Thank you.
Until next Monday. Bye.
Next week.